Hi everyone, I'm Fiona Wisehart, and here with me is,
My name's Tate.
and this is the first episode of The Cast, the podcast that you've been waiting for your whole life.
Well, let's get to know more a little bit about you, Fiona.
Oh God.
Tell me
Um,
about yourself in
all right.
Quidditch, because this is a Quidditch podcast.
Right. So I have played Quidditch for 4 years. We're counting this last season as a fourth year. I played for RPI in the USQ season. I played for Boston Knight Riders for a hot minute. And I played on Titans last summer and this summer, if we want to call this playing. Oh, and I played beater. I'm from the Northeast region.
Nice. I play beater as well, so we have that in common.
Whoa.
I too have. Well, I've played 3 years. I mean, I played for 4 years. I played chaser my freshman year.
Oh, you're one of those.
I enjoyed
I'm glad that
scoring.
you play beater now. This is a good move for you.
Okay. Hot take. I think I would kill in the chasing game now.
Okay.
Just I haven't played in it because I played chaser my freshman year on our intramural squad, so
Right.
not a whole lot of coaching going on there. So I think if I got coached up, I'd be a Team USA level chaser or keeper,
Wow.
to be honest, because I think I'd thrive at keeper.
Why keeper instead of chaser? I mean, yeah, I guess there's less running in keeper.
Yeah, that's why. No, I played chaser my freshman year because at tryouts, I played beater for a minute and I got yelled at by someone for some reason. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to ever play this ever again. So I didn't. And then the next year I got forced into playing it and everyone's like, you're really good at it. And I was like, yeah, but I'd like chaser better. And then our second day of tryouts, I went up and asked Simone, who was the coach, I was like,
Yeah.
hey, what position do I play? And he's like, you're playing beater. And never have played chaser or anything like that since. So yeah, I'm a beater. So playing for 3 years, technically, at least at USQ level. I'm from the Southwest. Ooh, Southwest, Best West. And I go to UT, Hookham. So how you doing, Fiona?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm hanging in there as best we can.
Nice. I mean, well, now that you mention it, yesterday I was holding my phone in one hand and a really big bowl of applesauce in the other. Shut up. And I almost dropped them both. And instead of saving my phone, which is new, I saved the bowl of applesauce. And I absolutely shattered my screen protector. And now I have to get a new one. And there was
You can always get that screen protector back. You will never be able to get that applesauce bowl back.
That's true. And I say shattered, it's I cannot overstate how broken it is. I had dropped it that morning also. And so there were paint chips beneath the screen and the screen protector. And now it's just also broken. This is real. I'm not making this up.
What I mean is it like a new iPhone?
It's new as of March because I was just gonna get one when school ended because I hadn't been able to make calls or receive text messages for a while, and I was like, I'll just do it when I graduate, and then Quidditch was canceled, and I was like, well, I guess nothing matters anymore, and so I'll get a new phone now. So I have celiac, and I live my life on the edge, which means anytime I eat out from a restaurant, I just hope and pray that they're telling me that, they're being honest that okay, yeah, there isn't any gluten in this food, but we got takeout the night before, and if I eat like normal food after eating gluten, I get so fucking sick, just like unbelievably sick. It's such a time. And so like the only things I can like really eat after I eat gluten is like applesauce and like toast and like bananas. And so like that
Doesn't
was
toast
why I
have
was
gluten in it?
gluten-free toast.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. What? Oh.
How fucking funny would that be if like I didn't know that toast had gluten?
So you're just
Just like
you're
this
making the
whole
problem
time.
worse.
Um People are weird about gluten though, because like I was like at my friend's house one time, and I had like just been diagnosed, and I had like told her, and she was like, yeah, sure, no problem, I'll make sure you have like stuff to eat. And I was like, sick. I love eating, I need that to live. This is really good. And I'm about to like pour myself a glass of milk, and like from across the kitchen she's like, no, and like sprints towards me, grabs it out of my hand, and like gives me the soy milk because it says gluten free on the box. And I'm like, what do you think milk is?
Yeah, I was about to say, now this might be, does
No, and
milk
like
have gluten? I don't think
it
it
doesn't
does.
have gluten in it. And
Okay.
like we, I mean, we're still friends to this day, but like we had been friends for years, and I was like, can I be friends with a stupid person? like, like I had explained to her what like celiac was, and I was like, yeah, I can't eat wheat, rye, barley, or triticale. And she was like, yes, sick, like check. And I was like, what about those things makes you think that like it's in milk?
So do you actually like ask yourself that question of like, can I be friends with a stupid person? Because like you and I may not be friends because I'm pretty stupid.
I mean, like we're still friends. I explained it to her, it's fine. But like I was like, I don't know, it just makes you question the foundation that you've built that friendship on. I don't know, like it's never something that I had to consider before, but now whenever somebody doesn't know, or like, I mean, I guess like, you know, not knowing what's in gluten, that's okay. But like
Wait,
if
there's stuff in gluten?
I'm sorry, you're right. What grains have gluten in them? Like, right, I wouldn't expect you to know that. But if I have to explain to you like what a grain is, that's upsetting to me. How's your
Um,
weekend going?
my weekend?
Yeah.
Uh, it's chill. Um, I'm just been stressed out. So, uh, last night I got into a bottle of tequila a little bit and just drank by myself and watched The Office, which is fun.
Yeah.
I do this new thing now where like a month ago I was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender
Yeah. Yeah.
and I paused it at a really funny moment. I was also inebriated at this point. And it was a funny picture of Appa, and I took a picture of it on Snapchat and I was going to send it to someone. And I said, "Bro, this looks just like you." It didn't. It was just I thought it was funny, and I was about to send it, and then I was like, "What if I sent this to like 8 or 9 people and just see their
Right.
reaction?" So I did, and I got I laughed for about 20 minutes just by myself in my apartment about it. And so now it's a running thing. So last night I took a picture of Kevin from The Office,
Yeah.
and I sent it to a bunch of people, and I got a bunch of I've funny because I forgot about it a little bit, so I got like a couple snaps back where I was like, "That was really mean. What the heck?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, oh sorry." So that's my weekend.
Cool. Pretty similar.
Yeah,
Basically the same.
I
What have you
just
been doing this whole time?
someone puts food in front of me. Well, actually, I'm a picky eater, but they put food in front of me that I like, and I just eat the shit. That's all I do.
Do you
I don't
not have to
really.
make food?
Oh no, I make food all the time. No, 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 no. I'm just saying I don't think twice about the stuff I'm putting in my body. which has not been helpful in quarantine. Yeah, I've got a bad quarantine bod.
Yeah. I'm like, my little sister is on her school's like dance team, and like they're trying to like make it more serious and like more of like a competitive thing. Like they just became a varsity sport, and so like we're kind of like bullying each other into like exercising and stuff. Have you tried that? Maybe you should try.
Well, I would, but I live alone currently.
No. I meant like I would loan my sister to you. She'll Zoom call you like once a day. Do we like?
What? Okay, wait, I have so many questions. Okay, first question. Loan. Okay, I don't like that phrasing. First off, I don't support that. I want that to be on the record since this is being recorded.
I'm an entrepreneur. How dare you?
Second, is she bullying me, or am I bullying her?
She's definitely bullying you. She's very mean.
Okay.
She's like really like, I joke about like, oh, like I bully people. I'm very aggressive. She's like the
You
real
do,
deal.
yeah. You've
My
bullied us
sister
in
is like
the
actually
GM
mean
calls.
to people. Pardon?
You GM us in the GM calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Warren too.
Every time I like do something to him, I'm like, I wonder if like this is the thing that's gonna like push him over the edge and make Eighth Man hate me. You know, like, okay, so I just want to go on the record that I curb my worst impulses, and that takes in an incredible and like really like awe-inspiring amount of self-control. And I want credit for that, because when we were defending our teams, I was like, what if when he calls on me, I just say no thoughts, head empty, and I just leave the call? After like begging to like be on video for like weeks, I mean like honestly like months, just being like no thoughts, head empty, and leaving. But I didn't do that.
Yeah, I wish I could have, because everyone just hates Texas, and I went with that. And it's funny because like that's not my personality, is to like be the
It's
villain.
not at all, which is like makes it even funnier.
Oh, I really wanted to potentially just go full douche with it and just come out here and be like, all right, we got 4 championships. You know what it is. You know what it does. Maryland is the king of the East, and like just do that. Like quarantine cup, but I don't believe in quarantine cup.
They're king of
I don't
the
believe in
East.
quarantine cup.
They're in the
So
mid-Atlantic.
Hmm?
They're in the mid-Atlantic.
Yeah. No, well, that was my team's makeup, is Texas and Maryland, both of like the two
Yeah.
most
Well, no,
hated
you just said king
programs.
of the East. You're right. You weren't dumb.
Oh, well, like East Coast. Maryland's
Yeah.
the East Coast.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
that
don't know.
dumb.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, are you? Can I be friends with Fiona? Is she the stupid one?
Naresh comes back, and like both of us are just like in tears. Naresh, Tate was so mean to me. He called me dumb.
Well, it's not gonna look good too, because like you're talking about loaning your sister to me for like bullying.
No,
Like,
virtually loaning.
oh my goodness.
Wait, okay, no, okay, let's talk about something Quidditch related. I do have a legit thing about the Southwest.
Okay.
First of all, calling the regions the South and the Southwest is so fucking confusing. Like, we were just talking about the East Coast. Florida is definitely on the East Coast, but they're in the South.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Texas is in the middle of the country, and they're the Southwest.
Mm-hmm. Because we're west of the East.
Fuck, I am the stupid one. Why didn't I know that?
Yeah, we're west of the East Coast, so that's why.
Okay. My other beef with the South is that like all your names sound the fucking same.
Like
Like you
team
guys,
names or like people names?
team names. I'm really bad with names of like people. But we don't need to delve into that at all or how that's impacted the draft. Oh God. Okay, so like you guys are Texas Quidditch, which like incredible power move. Like I respect the hell out of it. But like all of the Quidditch teams in Texas are theoretically like Texas Quidditch teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like Texas State, and then like there's multiple Texas state schools, and then like there's Texas A&M, and like I don't know what the fuck A&M stands for, and like all your jerseys are all like
It's
orange
agricultural
or
and
red.
something. I don't know. I don't care about them. The school, the people in the Quidditch team, they're okay. You know, hook
Oh,
them
they're
though.
okay. I just feel like it's very inconsiderate of me, and I don't like that.
So what?
All the names are the same.
Oh,
It's
well,
really hard to
it
tell you guys
sounds like you're
apart.
just bad with names. So I don't know if you're just like if this is a legit concern that
Don't
other people have.
don't turn this around on me.
Because I feel like I don't know if like people, is this something that everyone in the
No,
Mid
it's
Atlantic
definitely
struggles
like
with?
I
Like, where's
don't
the
think it's just
Southwest?
me. I think it's like a consistent problem that like it's hard to like if
You
you're
guys
not
are the
like
same
playing it.
though. You're all on the East Coast. I have no clue who's in the Mid Atlantic, the Great Lakes, or like the Northeast. The East, like I
So
am
why is
super
that my
confused by all that.
problem?
I'm not saying it's your problem. I'm just saying it's the same thing for you guys. None of you, it's funny. You guys
Okay.
are all on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But there's only one region with the word East in it.
Yeah, no, like I agree. Like I think that the South should be the Southeast. I'm with you. Right? Like, okay, you're laughing, but does that not make more sense?
So
Tell me
the
I'm
South,
wrong. Tell me
I,
I'm wrong.
you're not wrong, but I just like, I don't know. So like, do you think I'm not West? Oh,
West of the East Coast. Yeah, we've like established that.
yeah, but you said it's like the middle. So do you want it to be the Mid South?
No, I just want you guys to be the South. And then like on the other side could be the Southwest.
Naresh pointing out that the Great Lakes is not on the East Coast. Yes, thank you, Naresh. I just meant it's east of me. Everything east of me is the East Coast.
Yeah. I mean like I guess part of it is like I've never been west. Like Big Bend is like the furthest west I've been in the United States. So like it's all kind of like I don't know, it blurs into one big state for me.
Well, what is it? I mean, what is your region like? Like I think that we have two incredibly like different dynamics
Yeah.
besides the names.
Uh, Northeast definitely has better names. Um, I don't know. I was thinking about that, and I don't know how to like quantify, or I mean, I guess it doesn't matter whether it's quantitative or qualitative. I don't know how to describe the differences. Like, I feel like I can like point to like something and be like, yeah, I would call this like a Southwest playing style, and I would call this like a Northeast playing style.
I just like
Um,
I meant the people. Like I feel like the people
oh,
are like the
okay.
dynamic is just different.
Oh, really? I don't know. Okay, so like the rest of the GMs definitely is like the one who like made friends. And like I don't know that many I didn't do that. I don't know that many people from the Southwest.
Oh,
I mean, like what do you think is different?
I think you guys are like a lot friendlier, to be honest. Like we're nice down here, but also I feel like we're very intense,
Yeah.
if that makes sense, when it comes to like when we play each other. Like afterwards you can be chummy with people. Like
Yeah.
my favorite person to be chummy with is shout out John Molina, if you've ever met John Molina. Um he's the best. It like he's fun because he heckles us a lot. But like between teams and teams, I do feel like there's sometimes like a weird kind of like, yeah, we're cool, but at the same time, I'll punch you in the face
Yeah.
if you're not careful. It was like up north. Maybe it's just because like I watched some of your film and Harry's like
I
the
love Harry.
announcer, and Harry just
Yeah,
makes it seem
Harry.
like it's so chummy. But up there, you guys, it seems like everyone's like just playing, and like when they're done, everyone's like, we could hug after this and we'd be fine.
That's not how I feel.
No, I mean, go ahead, do tell.
I think, I mean, like, I'm from RPI, and we're part of the Massachusetts Quidditch Conference. And so I think if you're in Boston and you're just like closer, there is kind of like more of like a solidarity that we're not quite part of just because we're like not in Boston. I think Harry is not super representative of like the Northeast college scene because he's not in college. And Harry is just like so fucking nice. Like, he goes out of his way to like learn everybody's name in like the entire conference. Like, I had a conversation with Harry like a couple weeks ago in which he gave me like all of his hot takes on like all of RPI's beaters. Like, not just like me and like my beater partner Carson, but like everyone down to like our fourth, fifth like string players. And he's just like, that's just who he is. And he's like that. He like literally knows every single person on every single team in NPC. And like he's not like competing against us. So like there's not like that like rivalry.
So are you saying that like if you saw Serena, you'd like definitely fight her if you had to?
Oh, if I had to, absolutely.
Dang. Is that like something that everyone feels like? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think that when you've like seen us, like one, you've like heard Harry on the live stream, and like again, Harry's just like super nice. That's who he is. And then second of all, you've seen us at nationals, and like once we've been eliminated, I think we're absolutely like the kind of people to like cheer on like other teams from our region like on the sidelines. Like my sophomore year, like we definitely like cheered on U of R from the sidelines.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that.
I'm sorry. We appropriated a sign from our school that said closed for winter, and like that was our thing that year. We brought it to like all of our all of our games, and we would shout closed for winter on the sidelines. And then once RPI got eliminated, we like brought it to like U of R's game. But then like last year, in our
there was no one there cheering us on. What the heck?
Okay, that's not true. I was fucking there. You were on
you?
the field. Yeah. I remember that fucking game.
I mean, I didn't know. I didn't probably know you at that point.
No,
but...
I had no idea who you were. No, but I was like literally sitting in the grass on the sidelines, cheering on U of R. I remember walking down through.
No, not the U of R game. No. I'm talking about the Cal game.
Which Cal game?
Last year's Cal game.
Oh, at the finals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Hello? Where else would I be? Like, I mean, like, seriously, like, I fly down to fucking Texas. I spend hundreds of dollars on a plane ticket, and I don't watch the finals?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if it makes you feel any better, I did cheer on Texas in the finals that year.
Well, I do appreciate it. Yeah, because everyone, that was really trippy when we got to, because the Texas State game was the game before the Rochester game that year, and like we had a lot of fans for that one.
Yeah.
One of the most like electric like feelings I've ever been a part of. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy. And then the next game happened, and U of R like scored on us first.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the sideline. I wasn't in yet. And like the crowd like lost their shit, and people started chanting. I was like, this is different. And it was definitely, at least for me, it was a little like, it took me off guard a little bit. But
I remember my freshman year, it was our final game, and it was the round of 8. We were playing Cavalry, and we were on like one of like the main pitches, and so like there were stands, and so like I was like a freshman starting with like a line of like mostly seniors, and so like I was like super nervous the whole day, but it was like kind of fine because I was playing with my teammates, and like there wasn't really anybody like watching. But then that game there were like people like in the stands that like I didn't know, like cheering on like both teams, and I was like, oh shit.
So we were talking nationals and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So for you, like, what is your, I don't know, you've come down to Texas the last two, and I've only been to the last two in Texas. I haven't been to any others. So either like what has been your experience, I guess, coming down here for like those two,
Mm-hmm.
or the one, I guess, what, your freshman year? That was
Yeah,
in
at Kissimmee,
Kissimmee.
Florida.
What's that been like for you?
Um, really fun, but really, I was gonna say stressful. I don't think that's the right word. We have to prepare a lot because like we're like flying down, and so like we would leave our campus at like 2 a.m. on Thursday, I think. Um, and um, we would like go to the airport and like fly down. I remember, God, it was last year, and I was co-captains with Tyler Beckman, and he was our president. And it's like the middle of the fucking night at the airport. We're like the only ones there. And I like leave to go to the bathroom, and like I think you played against him, but what you don't know is that like Tyler gets so fucking stressed out. He was so worried about like losing anybody. And so I'm gone for like a couple minutes, and I don't bring my phone. And Tyler starts to like lose his shit because he thinks that I've gotten like lost in the airport, which like to his credit, like did legitimately happen my freshman year. But like, you know, I'm older, like, you know, time has gone by. I've been to more airports since then. And like he starts like texting me like nonstop. The whole team, like, you know, is like, where's Fiona? And like I come back and I'm like, what? Like, what's your problem? um, yeah, that's what travel is like for us. What is it like for you guys?
Oh, I mean, for me, nationals has been
You roll
a
out of
breeze.
bed.
Yeah, yeah. So like the first year, like I remember we had team dinner, and then I don't think we like understood that, or I didn't understand that we had to like drive somewhere. I was like, oh, we have to drive all the way to Round Rock to check in. So um we drove up there and then came back, and yeah, slept in my own bed both years. It's funny because like for
That's
me,
fucked up.
I'm someone I'm someone that like I have to shower before like I go out into the world. Like I just don't feel right, and so it's been like a ritual for me to always shower before a tournament, like any tournament. And so that's, I think, my favorite part about like the not traveling part is
Shower.
like sleeping in your own bed's fun, but I wake up every morning, I got to like shower and feel nice and clean before I went out. But I'm interested for like for you specifically, because when I went to nationals my first year, like people were just talking, mingling, like I guess they knew each other before. I was very quiet my first year, but it seems like once you get eliminated, like you're sad, yes, but like you everyone's super chummy, and like people are meeting each other, and it's like very collaborative. I don't know, what's it been like for you, because like I've been interested to hear like
Yeah.
people's experiences at nationals, and like how it ends up for them.
Yeah. Um, I know what you mean. And like I've seen that from like a lot of people also. I'm like absolutely not that way. I get eliminated and I'm fucking upset and I'm fucking bitter about it. I
That's what I would be.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't I
no,
wouldn't want to talk to anyone.
I don't talk to anybody because like I'm not like in a fit state to like speak to other human beings. Um, I've definitely cried at every single nationals like after we've gotten eliminated. Um, right, because like at the end of the day, like nationals is like the only tournament that matters. and like you spend all year preparing for it, both like physically, like mentally, and then like when I started coaching, like when you're a player, it's kind of like one thing where you feel like responsible for like your performance, and so like that's why I tried my freshman year. I like was worried that like I had let other people down because I didn't because like I had only been playing for a year. But then like when I started coaching, I was like, our record is like my responsibility. Like if the buck stops with me, right? And so like whether we like win or lose, like that's because I either coached them well or like I didn't. And so like it's definitely like a lot of like stress and like a lot of pressure. And like I am not in any ways like after like the end of like my whole like season, like not ready to be like, oh my gosh, like how's it going? um yeah, I like sulk for a really long time.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. For me, it was definitely it was weird, especially my first year because we like all year we talked about. I mean, Texas Quidditch. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna redeem ourselves. Yada yada yada. We're the best team. And for me, I never like understood that really because I've always been a part of like a team or like something where like we think we're the best or we think we're good, but you never like come out on top. So like for me, winning wasn't something that I was used to, especially at like the highest level.
Right.
And so we were just going through it, and I remember like we beat Maryland, and all of a sudden I was like, we're in the Final Four, and we're playing Texas State. This is real, and that was like huge because Texas State had our number up until that point in the year, and then we beat Texas State, and we felt like we had the monkey off our back. We were like, we got Rochester. It should be easy. Rochester, who, which is I think probably one of our biggest mistakes. And my favorite moment just before that game is I went to the I was going to the bathroom like waiting in line, and some Arizona beaters, I don't know who they were. They may or may not have been intoxicated. I won't incriminate them, but they just kept calling me Siete because my number's 7. I think that's 7 in Spanish, right? And
Right,
so
right.
they just kept going Siete and at me, and I was like, "What?" And so like we were warming up before the game, and they kept like yelling at me from behind, like, "You guys got this. He's killer." And I guess it got to my head because like that game happened, and like I said earlier, we like I was taken back by the number of supporters Rochester had, and I guess that's when I realized everyone didn't like us a whole lot. And so yeah, losing that game was like a lot, like you were talking about, like for the player standpoint, because like at that point I was just a first year player, and like I won't go into specifics, but there's a play in there that I make where it kind of leads to this niche pole, and I just didn't really forgive myself. And so going into like the next season, we'd said all year, uh, we're gonna come back and we're gonna win it and we're gonna do this, and we're kind of on this revenge tour. And like for me, you say that, but it was so hard to do it the first year. Like I didn't think it was gonna happen again. So like in the back of my mind, I was like a little bit of doubt. I was like, are we? Are we? And so it's the second nationals was a lot of fun. Like I haven't had that. Like it's been stressed the entire time. Like I don't have um weird douchey like flex here, but like I haven't had any downtime. I've only been in the finals my 2 seasons, so I haven't had that time where it's just like the load is off your shoulders. So I remember day 2 in like I played like one of my longer shifts in a Maryland game, and longer, like one of the longest I've ever had. And then after that, I was like really tired for some reason, and and then like the sun started beating down on me, I think, and I got super tired, and I was just exhausted from like that point on, like through the day. Like people were like worried about me. They were like, "Is he okay?" Like going through the day, and so I was like exhausted. And then like my favorite part about like winning that Cal game is like just before it. um when we won the semifinal game, we like sat down and um like we sat down to start talking about it because like last year we didn't from what Simona told us, they hadn't really like thought about the game at all. Like they were just like, we got this, we're just not gonna overthink it. And so this, like me, Kylie, Simone all sat down and we're like, let's talk about this. Don't watch the Cav game, we're not gonna go cheer them on, we gotta focus. We all had like Luke Meisner come over and like someone else, and they're like, what's the game plan, we got this. Like that's one of my favorite moments because I was like, we've got this in the bag. And then like the exhaustion and everything just came out because like I like watching myself because like I have
You
my hands
like
on my
watching
head.
yourself?
Yeah, I have
I
my
I
hands on my head and
I
I'm
can't
just like
stand watching myself play Quidditch. I hate.
uh but but yeah, like it's it's definitely a journey.
Oh my god, we should do the third question. Which team would win? A team of 6 of you or a team of 6 of me?
Okay, I mean, okay, let's pose this because
Yeah,
actually, I liked your setup for this when we brought this
right.
up a long time ago, or
Yeah.
not a long time ago, but earlier this week when you were like, you were going to do steroids.
Yeah.
So the premise is, would a team of 6 Tates playing every position plus Seeker, so 7,
Yeah.
or would a team of 6/7 Fionas win a game? Would do you want to do USQ rules or MLQ?
Um, let's do MLQ.
Okay,
If
I like
two-handed
that.
tackling. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to open? I enjoyed your opening
Okay.
remark. I want to rebut to it.
Interesting. Um, so it would definitely be my team. Not even close. Because we would all do steroids. And Tate, you see, is like a little bitch. So Tate would not do steroids. Um, and like I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh my god, Fiona, like you're so short. Like, he's gonna like have you at keeper. That's where you're fucking wrong, because I will go on record right now saying for a girl, I am average height. Okay, I'm not short. I'm average. Second of all, I used to do hurdles in both college as a varsity athlete and in high school, so I can jump real fucking high. It doesn't matter how tall I am, just as long as I can jump high enough to block the shot.
I mean, you've got me there with the steroids. Unfortunately, as a sports management major, that we constantly address the question: should sports involve steroids? I lean towards the side of no. So
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that real? That you is like it's something you just guys talk about a lot?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like we talk like
Mm.
the legitimacy of things in sports.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but we talk about whether or not like steroids are allowed. Like, should a person be allowed to enhance their body that way? It's their body, like their
Mm.
rules, like things like that. Yeah. So yeah, you got me there. I wouldn't do steroids. Um, I wouldn't do steroids for myself. Let's see. I will. So I will say, you want to talk average height? I'm 5'11 3/4,
Okay.
so I'm above average, I believe, for men. I think men it's like 5'8 to 5'10 or something. So I'm slightly above average.
Okay.
Um, have you ever played like quaffle? Because like again,
Have I ever played quaffle? He asks me. Yes, I've played quaffle.
okay. Do you quaff?
Um, so because like RPI we're like 70 percent male, our school ratio, and so like every year we're like, okay, like we got to make sure like we're recruiting like people of like all genders. And every year I'm like, guys, like if recruitment like sucks ass this year, I can play chaser. And every year they're like, what if you didn't? Like, thanks, Fiona, but I think we're gonna stick with the freshman that just started playing Quidditch a year ago. I'm sorry, a month ago.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. They saw enough at me at Chaser.
Yeah.
But I can be electric, at Chaser. I think I'm a wild card. I think a line of 4 me's, you don't know what you're gonna get. You could potentially get like the most dynamic chasing line you could ever see in the sport. Like, I don't know. That I think I'm a wild card. Also, I am A+ at heckling
Okay.
in game. And so now, so if I know it's like 6 U's, like I know for certain I can just heckle you the whole game. And like I'll be
I'm
probably on the
perfect.
sideline. I'll have a coach
What could
Tate
you
as well.
possibly say again about me?
What could I say about you?
Yeah.
Um,
I dare you
because
right now.
you're doing the steroids, so you probably look like the gym bros that like walking around, so like you can like you're gonna be super stiff. So I'll hold the quaffle super high, and you can't reach it because your biceps and shoulders are so
I
big.
can tackle you.
That's true. That's true.
What
That
are you
is true.
gonna do?
That is true. But also I'm gonna have a coach Tate too that
Oh,
is gonna yell and complain about every ref call, and I'm just gonna complain about like every like it's not very different from like normal Tate on the
yeah.
sideline. So and the funniest thing I could probably picture this is like there's no actual ref. It's just us doing this in like a random field, and so it's me yelling at
Nobody
no
else
one.
around. It's not being filmed. It's just us by ourselves.
And so I could just I imagine me just yelling at no one. So I don't know. I certainly think that it'll be a close match going into when the snitch comes on pitch. Um, I don't know. Have you seeked before? Sought? Is
I
that the correct
have
way to say it?
in an official USQ and a MLQ game.
Okay. The only thing I've done, I played keeper for about 11 minutes, 11 seconds in a USQ
Whoa.
official game, and that's my
How did
career.
how is it that short?
So we we did brooms up with our B team,
Okay.
and we did rock paper scissors, and whoever won between me and the other person running for the quaffle, got the quaffle, and the losing team got control.
Oh,
So I won. I grabbed the quaffle and I sprinted to score because I had to score, and then they immediately subbed me out when we were done.
respect.
So like yeah, like for basketball nerds, I think like my plus what is it 42 or whatever, however minutes in a game is like through the roof. I probably score like 100 goals a game on average, if we're just taking in those like 11 seconds of stats. So yeah,
Well,
you have
I'm
to
not a
watch out.
nerd, so I don't care. She says from RPI.
Aren't you an engineer too? You're like the king of nerds or queen, excuse me.
I guess that's something. I mean, like I made this. That's pretty cool. Did I tell you that I made this? I made
No, you
this.
didn't. I I 3D printed this when I used to be a physics major. It's fudge. It says my name. It's a keychain that I don't use.
Oh, sick. That's pretty cool.
Okay. You have a sweat. What's the sweaty palm story before we wrap it up here?
So like,
I feel like this is getting hyped up.
I don't think.
Naresh is
Okay.
talking about it.
Um, like you gotta understand, in the Northeast, it's fucking cold. Like, my our sophomore year, we there was snow up on the ground, like outside, until a week before nationals. So like we literally could not play outside, and then like that final week we finally got outside, and like it's still like icing over the ground, but it's like really really cold. So you go from that, and then you go to Texas where it's hot and your body isn't used to that. So um I'm just like, hot, and like I'm nervous, and so I'm just like super super sweaty. And when that happens, your palms get
Oh no. I see where this is going.
and so God, I don't even remember what game this is anymore. But like I'm like holding the ball, and I go to throw it, and it just like flies right out of my hand, and I look like a fucking idiot. It's super embarrassing. Um,
Oh no.
yeah,
That's funny because I think I play worse in cold weather.
yeah.
So
Well, I think well, I don't like playing in cold weather, but like there's like this sweet spot, like in like maybe like the upper 40s, low 50s. Um, yeah, if you USQ, if you're watching, if just from now on, if I personally could only play in that weather, that would be really nice. I'm willing to make a donation right now.
Yeah, she's willing to make
It will give
everything
you
that has been
69
raised. She's
cents.
willing to double it. So $60,000 right here. If this video gets, what is this going on Facebook or on
Yeah,
YouTube? If this gets
both.
100 likes, or I'm gonna put the number at 7K reacts. So like 7K reacts on Facebook, just 7. Fiona,
Wait,
you have it on record.
wait a
Fiona will
minute.
donate $60,000 to USQ so that she can play in nice weather.
I'm willing to travel. I like we're part of the Massachusetts Quidditch conference. We're not even that fucking state. Like we travel 3 hours to Boston to like play 2 games. I'm like I don't.
So you hear
I don't care for the
$60,000.
date.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. My name's Tate K. And
I'm Fiona Wisehart.
thank you guys for listening to the cast.
Bye.
A+ content.